The biggest lie that has been taught to women is that other women are not a possible danger to you. Okay, a couple of days ago, a girl got attacked in Trinidad by two jealous women who decided to throw acid on her face. They tried to act like they booked a hair appointment with her, which was a lie because she's a hairstylist. And they, cornered her and threw acid on her and ran. The biggest lie that's been taught to women is that other women are not a danger to you. The biggest lie that's been taught to women is women empowerment and girls. I know that that's a truck full of BS. There's no such thing as women empowerment and there's no such thing as girls. Women are competitive. If they start comparing themselves to you and they feel like you are superior to them in a particular category, they're going to punish you for that. And they may even get violent and really do something to, excuse my language, F you up if they have the opportunity to do so. So the problem is, especially as you're growing as a woman into womanhood, the problem is the lies that we've been told. As women, we've been told so many lies. And one of those lies is that women cannot serve as a possible danger to your life. Look at what they did to Shanquella Robinson. Yes, they can serve as a danger to your life. They're not harmless to you in any way. You got to watch your back. A couple weeks ago, I had a client, a very unhinged woman, very jealous, very unhinged, that started spazzing out on me for her own jealous ways, right? And then after the whole argument happened, she's walking past me and she's holding a big old cup of coffee, and I get up, right? Like my reflexes, I get up and I back up because I've been taught to think like this especially when you're dealing with women who have this jealous root towards you. You got to be like this with them because they're always looking for a way to get you. So I get up really fast, like it's like a reflex. And she's like, oh, why are you getting up? I'm like, you just argued with me 2 minutes ago and you're walking past me with a big cup of hot coffee. How do I know that you're not going to just throw it on me? Because that is the kind of time that women are on. We see this all the time. We see it with the girl in Trinidad. We've seen it with Shanquella Robinson. There are countless of other stories. We see the kind of time that women are on. And we're finally done lying about it. That's one thing I love about TikTok is all the lies are being exposed now. Women are no longer willing to lie about the way that other women treat women and how women can actually become very vicious towards other women. I love that we're all being honest about this truth.
If you guys saw your boyfriend get into a fight with somebody and your boyfriend up, would you be a little like, maybe you'd take care of him, but you'd be like a little turned off if you got scorched in a fight? Hold on.
No. I think that would be probably embarrassing for him, so I'd want to make him feel better.
He just got
but that's embarrassing. I guess I get it. It's just embarrassing to see someone lose a fight because it's like, ooh, then they're getting up and they look up and you're just like, ooh.
Sophie, what about you?
Yeah, it's embarrassing. That actually happened to me. We used to have these fight nights in our hometown.
What
my boyfriend participated in one of them. He literally got thrown to the floor, and it was definitely slightly embarrassing because my whole high school was there and everyone knew I was dating him. But at the end of the day, I still did comfort him despite his loss.
But were you kind of like...
Yes, I was.
What did you... Articulate it, though. Articulate it.
I was literally hugging him you're okay. But inside I was like, oof, what are you doing?
Tell me about the one that got away.
He is just one of the most amazing people that I've ever met, literally captivating. He's just his confidence, motivation, the way that he sees life. I've never met anybody like that. And... God, it's actually cutting deep to even talk about it.
Come with me to Catfish Men at Twin Peaks because I actually don't look this beautiful. I look like this. Yay!
So, story time. So, Sunday night, just this last Sunday, I packed my stuff from my ex's house and moved me and my son's stuff out. This was not an easy decision. He had been begging me for the last 6 months, possibly even longer, to get out. And I was dragging my feet because I loved him so much and I wanted my family to work and I wanted, I've raised his kids since they were 2 and 1, and he had mine since he was 2. So it was like, I wanted my family. I wanted this. This is what I wanted for the rest of my life. And I begged and pleaded for months that I wasn't leaving, and this is what I want, and we're just gonna have to work it out. And it didn't work out.
Gang, I just seen get on here and say bubblegum in the dish. How many think they thick? Gang, I'm logging off this app for the rest of the day. I see you tomorrow.
Now that I'm getting deeper into this dating journey of mine, I'm starting to realize that I still don't have a type, but I definitely have preferences. My future husband, wherever you are, whenever you find me, I'm hoping and praying that you have a child. I want you to have a kid. I don't even care if you have multiple kids. I would be honored, like completely honored, to help take care of someone else's kid. I've got 2 down, 1 to go. My oldest 2 are grown. My son is 10 years old. So I'm at the age where I'm too old to have kids. And, if someone has a baby mama where they have a good dynamic and they don't mind having someone jump in to help out, like, I'm all for it. Put me in, coach. I don't see any reason why a couple can't work with, the other couple if baby mama's remarried or whatever it may be. Like, I'll pick kids up from school. I will pack them snacks. I will drop them off at school. I will go to sporting events. I mean, whatever is needed from me, like, literally put me in.
I want to hear your best pickup line. I want it to work on me.
Let him cook.
What has 182 teeth but holds back a monster?
Let him cook.
What?
I said let him cook.
My zipper.
Hi. I want to encourage every single woman has got to know at least one good man. One man where you're like, that's a good man right there. That's a good man right there. Whether it be your brother, your dad, your cousin. I mean, if you really got to search and you really don't know one good man, number one, maybe you're bitter. And number two, why don't you know any good men in your life? That's weird.
Oh, don't lie. Damn, why you filming me?
Imagine a woman watching her favorite rom-com and showing some sort of emotion, whether it's crying or laughing, and then her boyfriend films it and says new ick unlocked. Yeah, double standard.
I could not resist, so I had to look it up. From the Office of National Statistics, from a 2019 study, in ever-increasing numbers, we are now at a lesbian divorce rate of 72%. So the top 4 reasons that they are reporting getting divorced is feeling ignored, inequality in the partnership, adultery, and personally, I feel like this lends some weight to men's arguments and complaints about how women are behaving in relationships. Because when you have lesbian divorce statistics that look like that, the girls are kind of telling on themselves.
These men are actually going to make me go out and start like, I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Like, if I say that I want you to come over, bring pizza, and I'm going to put on Love is Blind, and it better be stuffed crust pizza, okay, that's what we're doing. There are no lines to read in between. You don't have to work that hard. You're working way harder than you need to be working. There are no lines to read in between, okay? We are watching Love is Blind and eating pizza. Why is that so normalized? Why is that so hard to understand? Ugh.
I saw a post and this lady was talking about, I think something about YN, but it was so many women in their 30s underneath that post saying the same thing. Like, yeah, I'm talking to a YN. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Are y'all okay? Is everything okay at home? Like, do you need some money? With the actual F. Why are y'all settling for YNs? Why are y'all even entertaining YNs? Why are y'all even entertaining men in their 20s? Like, I don't even want to entertain a man. If they say that they are 20-something, I'm just like, ugh. Here we go because men don't mature until they're in their 30s anyway. So for me to, I will be wasting my time, and I just don't understand why y'all are wasting y'all time with these young dudes. But I'm concerned. I'm actually concerned.
Women do not need men to get bank accounts, houses. They have careers on their own.
No, you still rely on men. It's just indirect now. See, men have always been in between women and the real world. That your office job is not real life. Here's another depiction of that. Here's men going out to face danger and build things. on the outside in order to create a safe space for women on the inside. This is how it's always been, and it still is. You just don't understand that because you're too comfortable. Men still do all the hard work. If all women stopped working right now, we'd be fine. If all men stopped working, everyone would die. And that is again because men make all the food and build all the houses and the walls, and they used to guard the border. I guess they gave up on that. Women have never done that and can't. Men still do all of the necessary things to create the space for you to have your girl bossing fun time. The way it works is that women are always really happy for men to do the hard, dangerous work until times are really good, until we build something better than this. And then you look around and you go, hey, men have more than us. No fair. You go to the government, which writes some laws for you, which makes you equal. And then you are disgusted by men who are equal to you. So without equality laws, it's very easy for women to find men they respect. And with equality laws, it's very difficult. And then everyone tells these men that they're worthless. And then they go, okay, well, I don't want to be this guy, so I'll just be this guy. And then they never grow up and they never do anything. And then you hate them even more. So your girl bossing crap is just not going to last very long because women cannot do what men do. You can't do that work of building the physical world. And what you're doing now is just sort of taking it away from men and having it for yourself without giving them anything back, which makes them go away. And then, like, imagine if you had to build a house. It's not going to happen. And then when men go away, then there is nothing in between you and bad stuff. So you might want to stop being so mouthy.
My hoes won't even come over and lay the pipe. Like, it'd be one thing if they wanted to date me, but they don't. They don't want to date me. But then I tell you to come over and you can't even do that. What is the point? What is the point of you? Why are you here?
Okay, dating ick part 2. I probably have 1,000 of these because I've gone on several dates over the past 8 months and it's terrifying. It's so terrifying. Anyways, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but girls really do care about how tall you are. I mean, I do. If you're a short girl, you can date whoever you want. If you're a tall female, I'm 5'6", 5'7", we have to date taller men. I can't date someone that's 5'6". It's not like, no, I can't do it. So anyways, I met this guy on a dating app. We went to lunch. It said he was like 6'1", and I'm like, perfect. This is great, you know? We go to lunch, and I meet him there, and he's already like inside sitting down. I'm like, that's weird. So I go in, I get to the table. I'm expecting him to stand up and like greet me. He stayed seated. How tall do we think he was? Do you think he was 6'1"? The answer is no. He was not. He was not. He was like my height. He was like 5'6" or 5'7". And I'm thinking, how did you accidentally put that you were 6 foot or 6'1"? Was it an accident? It wasn't an accident. But anyways, so as we're leaving the restaurant, it gets worse. It gets worse. As we're leaving the restaurant, I get to the door and I expect him to open the door for me. Do you think he opened the door for me? No, he did not open the door for me. I'm standing at the door, like, surely he's gonna get the hint. Surely he's gonna get the hint. No, he didn't. He didn't get the hint. He never opened the door. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to open this door myself. So I open the door, we leave, he walks me to my car and he's like, I had a really, really great time. Like, we have a very good connection. I'd love to do this again. And I'm like, no, buddy. No, short king. We are not doing this again. You can't even open my door and you're the same height as me. No.
Okay, you guys, so this most recent video that went viral has given me some really interesting insight into the male psyche, and I'm realizing that maybe I don't understand y'all the way I thought I did. I thought 8 years in a relationship gave me some idea of how men operate, but I'm realizing I don't get it. When you all ask a woman on a date, a first date, is the expectation that she is going to sleep with you? Is that the expectation? I keep getting comments like, why would you ever go on a date with someone that you're not going to sleep with? And I'm really confused because what is the point of the date? I'm seeing that you all are viewing dates as a transaction. Like, you buy me a $14 quarter chicken with plantain and yellow rice, and therefore you have the right to sleep with me. I'm not getting it.
Sometimes I wonder what it would taste like if I just, squirted a bunch of Listerine up my hole. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, when I get cream pied and it starts sounding like putty, it always comes out a little foul. And the reason being, people always say, well, girl, out them kids. But you can't out them kids. I've tried douching and they still come out when I least expect it. But it's usually a scent straight from the Atlantic or Pacific Sea. Something very stanky and fishy. And so part of me wonders, Pro Glide isn't doing me any justice, and neither is a man's spit. So what about Listerine? Listerine keeps everything fresh. It always tastes good because I put Victoria's Secret lotion and I wash it, obviously. But I mean, I want it to taste good at all times. Put Listerine up there, girl.
Let's read some comments. Girl, just eat the buttered chicken and call it a day. Hensley said, what are we talking about? Peyton said, girl, eat your food and be... Peyton said, girl, eat your food and be quiet.
One time I went out on a date with this man and he was trying to show me something on his phone. So he opens the photo app to and I see his camera roll, and I'm not kidding you. I see 10 screenshots of my Instagram on his camera roll. It was honestly the biggest ego boost ever. I feel like so many people might find that creepy, but considering he was probably the hottest man I've ever seen in my life, I thought it was really flattering. I know he knows I saw it. Obviously, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to make it awkward, but he just scrolled up really quick. I don't even remember what he was trying to show me, but if that happened to me, dog, oh my God.
We don't really give pretty women a pass like we used to. We're looking for pretty energy. Men are willing to forego the pretty face if the energy is right. And we don't want a 8, 9, 10 in the face, but a 2 or 3 in the energy. We're no longer impressed with what you didn't do yourself. I mean, you hit the DNA lottery, but it doesn't have value when there's nothing behind it. There's no character. Pretty gets you in the door. It doesn't keep you in the house.
Yeah. I remember one time this guy told me that him and his friends was basically just talking and was like, I bet you can't get her. And that's how we ended up talking. And I really sit back and I think, I was a bet.
Mr. Thomas, I have full respect. He's a local man.
Hold on. Hold on, wait. Just. To even make it better, call that. I got lash glue on my eye, but I was a bet.
No one can hold Black women accountable. Black women, unfortunately, we have adopted this mentality that I can do whatever I want to do and can't nobody tell me anything. And this is why we are where we're at. We live in a very selfish, egotistical society now that nobody cares.
Sir, please don't piss me off. I took my own trash out, got my own car fixed, washed my own dishes, bought my own groceries, paid my own bills, took myself out to eat, took myself out shopping, and made my own self squirt last night. Don't piss me off.
If I'm on a date and I have to pull out my card and go 50-50, when we get home, I'm pulling out my strap-on, and I better not hear a word about it.
So you're inviting him into your house. Fantastic.
So I just turned 32 and I'm single, and I feel like I'm at this point in my life where if a man isn't adding some sort of value to my life, or if he's just going to disrupt my peace, honestly, I don't want it.
I just wonder what you were doing all the other years before you came to this conclusion.
I want a job. I don't want to be a corporate girly. I don't want to climb the ladder. I don't want to be a boss babe. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to be the breadwinner. I do not want to do that. You know what I want to do? I want to be home. I want to be cooking in the kitchen. I want to be cleaning. I want to be shopping. I want to be making brownies. I want to be cooking dinner, making homemade meals every night, almost every night.
I've never once met a man who has put really any monetary value on a woman that he is interested in. If he thinks that girl is attractive, his type, nice, whatever, I've never, ever heard a man be like, oh, well, what's her job? Is she making enough money? I don't know. She's, I don't know. She may be broke. Like, I've never met a man put a monetary requirement on a lady he honestly likes. But if I'm being honest, most women, I can't say all, but most women that I know definitely have a monetary minimum. And I think that underscores the key difference between what men and women are interested in, really interested in. This is why a lot of times, you know, we get in these spaces and pretend like, hey, we're all equal and we can all do the same things. I'm like, so much of that is capped because God just created us differently and we're even attracted to different things.
Sometimes men literally just make you want to be celibate, you know? Like, last guy that I dated, that was just the worst dating experience I've ever had. So like naturally I've been celibate since then for like over 3 months now. And I feel like this is more common now too. Like women will just go really long periods of time without having sex or just like be celibate for a while. Like some of these dudes just turn us off so bad that we're like, I don't want this. Like I'd rather just not.
Let me find out y'all dating men that y'all aren't attracted to. This would make sense why y'all be so short-tempered and get so agitated because y'all be dating people you don't even find attractive. At the bare minimum, you gotta find that person attractive.
But Hef, check it out. This is who they've been telling us they are for years. They've been talking about settling for men. They've been talking about dad bods. They've been talking about medium ugly men. Because if we're doing the math correctly, it sounds like low self-esteem because I'm thinking about it now. Nobody settles to do the other person a favor. You're settling because you can't accomplish the goal that you set out. You're settling because you can't get the man that you think you qualify for. I'm of the mindset of if you could do better, you would do better. Ladies, some of y'all gotta come to terms with the fact that y'all are not as dope as you think you are. Ask a very introspective question. Why can't you land the man that you think you qualify for? It's as simple as that. What's even worse, some of them actually do qualify for the men that they want. They just don't have the self-esteem to actually get in there and compete. Yeah, I said the other C word that y'all don't like. They don't want an attractive man with options because they don't have what it takes to keep that man interested. They don't even have the confidence to keep that man interested. Some of them, the only way they can get that proper ego boost is to date somebody that's beneath them so they can feel like that they're the best that they can do.
When I was single, I would go out to bars and be like, perfect. So I'm going to be alone forever because there's no one out here for me. No one talks to me. There's no one I'm interested in. No, thank you. But how come for some reason, every time I go out to the bar, I meet the most beautiful, sweet, kind woman ever. Literally last weekend, went out to a bar, met the sweetest girl. We immediately got each other's numbers. Then tonight we went out to dinner and drinks, had the best time ever. How come it's that easy with women? How? Like, there's just so many gorgeous, kind women out there. And then I just feel like it's like when it comes to the guys, it's like, why are we dropping the ball? There's literally a shortage of nice, attractive men, like at this rate, because there's definitely not a shortage of nice, attractive women.
When my women friends ask me how I get men, and I tell them it's just this specific thing that I do, they never believe me. They never believe me. Her Majesty, how do you get men? I'm going to show you how I pull my men. This works for me. I don't know about y'all, but it draws the men that I like. Okay? I like nerdy men. Nerdy, shy, laid back men. I'm in the store. I'm in the drive-thru. I'm somewhere. I'm paying for my stuff. And I flash his card. Ring it up. The draws are coming off of that man. And fast. Baby, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Okay? Like, what? What'd you say?
You ever talk to like an ugly guy thinking that they don't have a roster and that they'll treat you right? Well, I am here to tell you that that's not true. They have the biggest roster I've ever seen in my entire life. Because girls, we think the same. We see an ugly dude, oh, I'm gonna go after them because they'll treat me right. They're probably not talking to other girls. think again, because their roster's the biggest I've ever seen in my entire life. You might as well just go after the really hot guy, because I bet his DMs are dry as hell. Speaking from personal experience, that's it.
Y'all so shallow that you keep on picking the wrong men that you look so good. Get over yourself.
Let me be very clear that just because I got a divorce doesn't mean I ever wanted one. Personally, I think that's the worst kind of divorce. Like, you wish they would have changed and you wish they saw the potential that you see in them, but they only continue to sabotage themselves and bring you down with them. They say stay together for the kids until death do us part, but what if the version of the person they married is already dead? The version that fought to stay together, the version that was understanding and forgiving, and the version that gave so much of themselves that by the end, there was nothing left to give. It's not until you realize you only have one life that you decide this isn't how you want to spend the rest of it. I'm happier and more at peace than I've been in a really long time, but that doesn't mean the guilt doesn't eat me alive. I know I can't force anyone to be a part of my kids' lives, but I can't help but think that one day they might blame me for it. Because if I hadn't left, he still would have been around. I don't have an ounce of regret with my decision, but I am wondering if that guilt ever really does go away.
She's probably going to be on dating apps in, I don't know, a month or so. Going to get a huge reality check that the grass is not always greener.
Do you ever just think to yourself, ooh, am I gonna have to marry somebody who's already been married and then divorced? Because I think at this point, I'm not getting it on the first round. I'm gonna get like either a widow, somebody who's divorced, someone who's currently 18.
I just saw this post that said his body count is so high because nobody came back for seconds. Damn. True.
Probably one of the stupidest takes I've ever seen in my life. It doesn't matter if anybody came back for seconds. The man is consistently hitting home runs. If he continues to get body after body after body, what the heck does it matter if a girl spins the block? He still... Modern women will say this online and then wonder why a man does not want to wife them.
So we know that men fumble women all the time. They mess up a good thing, break up a happy home. But how many women are willing to admit that they fumbled a man? Willing to admit. Actually gonna tell you that they fumbled a man. Well, I'm the first one to tell y'all. I fumbled a man. One time, I fumbled a man. Story time. Let's get into it. So I was 21 years old. You know, when you're 21, you out there, you doing your thing. Well, most people, men and women, they out there doing their thing, having a good time. You know, me and my friends, you know, we work. After work, we go to the clubs, we go to the bars, we go hang out, have fun. You know, being, you know, immature, 21. So, he was 31, I was 21. He was a police officer. He had his own house. He had his own car. Matter of fact, he had 2 cars, a truck. Bills paid on time. If I needed something, he helped me out with my bill. And I fumbled. I fumbled. Big time. So anyway, you know, besides everything that he was doing for me, you know, he was a good person. And, you know, being the good old age I am now, thinking back on it like, damn, girl, you fumbled. You know, he was really a good person, you know, kind-hearted. He was a Leo like me, because I'm a Leo. Leos, we shit. He was a Leo. He was sweet. He, you know, anything I needed, you know, he would do for me. And I fumbled. Yeah, I fumbled. So, if you fumble, I want to hear your story. I want to hear the ladies who fumbled and can admit that they fumbled. Chime in the comments.
Can I get a hug?
Yeah.
Man, we look good together. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Can I get your number?
Yes.
I'm gonna put it in your phone.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I just be getting everybody, bro. I'm just...
Here.
Okay. So, like, do you like me?
I have a boyfriend, but...
You have a boyfriend, but you just gave me your number? Oh, I just gave you my number?
It's just my number.
I mean, I'm trying to get to know you.
Okay, bye guys.
I'm lying like him.
For you, today is no contact. For him, today is just another random day. It's just a random Wednesday for him. Let that sink in. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. You think that you've just survived a day of no contact. You think he's feeling the same. No, it's just another day for him. It's just another random day.
See, as a man, I will never think I'm the prize. So what I'm about to say, do not get me misunderstood. However, though, if I bring a little bit more to the table, like right now, I got my own apartment, I got my own car, I make my own money, I live independently. If I come into your life and it's a little bit of a downgrade, you ain't even got no crib, but if I bring you into my life and you crib, car, job, all that, you better chase me a little bit. What you talking about? I ain't the prize, but I'm something worth chasing for, you feel me? Like,
I feel like the man nowadays, they're just gay. A man who doesn't make it work with a woman and always making the woman feel like she's delusional and he never understands her, he's gay. He's confused. He's just not gonna tell you.
I live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, okay? It is spring break o'clock. I'm not gonna tell you guys, oh my god, those spring breakers are coming. Like, don't come. I literally just moved here. But what I am gonna say, Pookies, keep your mouths to yourselves. I was at the bar on Saturday. Same bar I always go to, whatever I'm walking. Boom, I feel my arm grabbed. Ooh. Okay? It says, man, he's in a sweater vest. Next thing I know, I have my arm grabbed. 2 seconds later, hand full of butt cheek. Not my hand, his hand full of my butt cheek. Full of my butt cheek, his grimy paws on my butt cheek. Trying to go mouth to mouth. Have some decorum. I'm a career woman. Some of us just live here. I'm not on spring break, baby. I can't be at my local bar with a man in a sweater vest with a handful of ass laying lips on me. Keep your mouths to yourselves. People are getting sick down here too right now. So watch it.
Does anyone know where to find a man who actually likes women? Like, I don't mean wants women. I don't mean enjoys what women can offer to him. I mean, where are the men that actually like women? Like, look at women as a gender and think, wow, women have so much that they offer to the world. Like, I just don't think they exist. I really don't. And like, there used to be men who liked women, who appreciated what women brought to the world. And I just don't know where they went.
Most modern women want a man to praise them over and over again. Most modern women are conceited, and men have just stopped dating that. They've walked away from that. They just stopped approaching that. So there are a plethora of men that love women, absolutely in love with every single part of a woman. Guess what they're not in love with? Their attitude, their ability to be conceited, their ability to gaslight, their ability to throw everything, any accountability, back on the man. A man would rather stay single.